right, welcome back to the second to last run of the evening. We got Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes on extreme difficulty, being ran by BlueMetal. Commentating it is Tyler 2022. Take it away, guys.
Hey everybody, gonna run some Twin Snakes here, and I'm gonna check my settings. I've got this thing on previous, that's very important.
Yep. So
But,
you're also running
yep.
this on console, right? Because I know that you're having some
Yes.
issues. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, my disc is working, we should be good, but we're gonna be running on extreme, radar off, game over discovered, because that's a prerequisite for Big Boss. We're gonna go for Big Boss in this run, so I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. So start here. You have to hide in the docks, don't get spotted like, MGS1, but I'm just gonna, go sit in a locker, because, I'd rather not waste 2 minutes by getting spotted and have to redo the entire docks section again, so yeah, it's the first thing I'm gonna do, just go hide in the locker.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot to do compared to like some of the other runs. Like if you watch MGS1, for example, you would farm alerts here if you're not going for like rank 1. But in like Twin Snakes, there's not a whole lot to do. So most of the time, we're either messing around to like pass the time, or we just hide in this locker. So
Yeah, I mean, if you know their patterns and everything well enough, you can mess around in here. You can, but with game over discovered on there, the risk is actually pretty dang high. Would advise against. But yeah, so we're going for Big Boss. The requirements are no kills, no extra alerts other than the required 8, max 1 ration, and game over if discovered turned on. So if I do get discovered, well, there goes Big Boss, but it's like an instant continue screen. I get to retry the room very soon instead of trying to dodge the guys or wait until they kill me or something. So it's relatively pain-free if I do get discovered, but let's avoid that.
yeah, while you would rather do the other variant, which is knock him over if discovered, because that can open the door for a lot of faster strats. At least with this, you get seen instantly, and it's just a quick game over screen. So you don't really lose a whole lot of time from being spotted in this run. So it's a very, very short time loss.
Yep. I also realized my capture card is slightly desync, so when I get to the prison with DARPA Chief, I'm just going to reset it real fast.
All right.
And that should clear it up, but it's only like a second or two.
Yep.
Never forget the time I raced Alien, and he got spotted by that guy, and he lost 2
Oh,
minutes.
yeah.
That was a funny race.
Oh, man.
I was like, well, that win got sealed right away. So if you have radar off in your settings before you start the run, then there is a cutscene here that gets skipped. Saves like about 4 or 5 seconds where you skip Meryl. Ugh. What's her name again? Mailing. Where she doesn't talk about it.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, what is this game's characters' names again? I forget.
We never know because we're just going so fast when we skip through everything. We'll never know. So you'll see Blue here kind of go to the side to get this guy's attention, and then he will slip on past him, and he's actually going to run into this locker here because we're going to be needing stuns for the tank fight later, but also while you are crawling, if you quick swap weapons, you'll actually crawl about, I think, 11 to 13% faster. So, it's, double benefit right there.
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Something like that.
The ideal input rate is like 6 per second. The faster you go, the slower you actually start going. And if you're doing it slower, well, it's better than doing it not at all, but you want that sweet spot rate of roughly 6.
Yep. And during these like long crawling sections, you'll see him just continuously spam the right trigger. And I believe for like extreme, it's not too important that like you do it like this, because you actually need to like wait a little bit anyway. But on the lower difficulties, the way that the cycles work, this is actually very beneficial. But on the higher difficulties, it's not as beneficial, unfortunately. But may as well go for it, right?
Specifically in this vent, because you're waiting on guard cycles. All the other ones, you do want to go max speed, but this one, sure, it's not as important, so I'm just going to slow down here just to chill out, but I don't need to go the whole way. Because we're doing a setup right here. Gonna wait for that dude up top to move to a certain spot. Move forward.
Oh yeah, you do this.
Yeah, I'm doing the wall guy strat.
Yeah, I like that. I need to learn that.
Over here. And he turns, he doesn't see me. There we go. There's another way you can go through the room where you go through the bottom, and instead of waiting for the guy to turn down at the bottom, you can go right away, but you need like perfect mashing, perfect angle turns and everything, and it saves like 5 seconds. But if you do that wall guy strat right there, it saves about 4. So it's like, you know what? Just ain't that much harder. Just do that, and there you go.
Yeah.
Get most of the save.
So
Now, this
once
one you wanna
we,
mash the whole way.
yeah. So once we drop down and we start this very first fight, pretty much like we have truly started the game, because up until now it's been pretty slow start. Like, you know, we've just been kind of crawling around. We haven't been doing a whole lot. But one thing for the speedrun is that once you get going, it never lets off of the throttle essentially, because you will just be doing fight after fight just continuously, and there's not a whole lot of downtime. For like this run, it is very compact compared to like MGS1 and like MGS2. Like, there's not a whole lot of downtime at all.
Yeah. Alright, once I get out of this code, I can reset my capture card. Just gotta right-click properties, deactivate, activate, and there we go.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. Deactivate, activate. Whoa, hang on a second.
Oh.
I can't see anything now. Hang on. Alright, I paused the game. Don't worry, we're good. We're good. Give me a second. I had to restart my capture software. The one time I have to do something different, it doesn't want to work.
It's always something, huh?
Alright, now we're good. Okay.
Would you mind
Whoopsies.
streaming as well in the Discord so I can watch?
Yes.
Thank you.
Alright, now we should be good.
Cool.
Supply still no. It's okay, I left it on pause, so I'm gonna lost RTA. Don't worry about it.
All right, so for this fight, you are going to see Blue using the M9, and want to be careful for the ammo here. As you see, we're gonna go for a quick heart shot and then 2 headshots, and you have to see him, you know, ground silicon and then wasting ammo, and that is because there's 1 magazines for later on for the tank, which is a whole nother thing in itself. So we want to try to be wasting as much silicon as we can, because we don't really need to be using the silicon until after the tank fight anyway. And there's another ammo pack right after the Ocelot fight, so you want to try to conserve most of your M9 ammo, because
Fight that guy to move.
yeah. You actually don't have a whole lot to actually work with, and if you miss too many shots here, then you may have to let the last couple of guards be killed by Meryl, which, you know, she could be really slow about it. So, but it looks like Blue's, yep, so this
was
is
that
good.
all of
So
them? I lost
yeah.
count. Not gonna lie, I lost count.
Yep, so you got 1 more here, and then a wave of 2, which typically you let Meryl handle, and you stand here in the corner and then shoot their legs to kind of stun them, or shoot them in the arms, as Blue's gonna do here. Hopefully Meryl kills them. Looks like...
Oh, I want
yep.
that. I want that. What is it?
Aw. Yeah, the invisible wall is taunting you.
Man,
right there.
that's not fair. There was one time where there was one so close to me that it was the invisible wall was blocking me, but I was able to like side crouch against the wall and then do a peek shot and grab it that way. But I think that one was actually too far.
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's not a big deal. It would have been at best another magazine, but if the tank goes fine, I only need 3. But sometimes it doesn't go fine and I need like 20. So
Yeah.
you never know.
Speaking of 3, so you see that Blue has 3 shots left for his M9. So for the Ocelot fight, it is 3 headshots, pretty much back to back to back. So Blue pretty much can't miss any shots, which is fine, because you're not in any really big danger during that fight at all. It's just you may be going a little too fast, and then, you know, perhaps you just barely...
I just need to not
miss
miss.
him. Yeah, exactly. Probably like pace out your shots, like just take your time, because, you know, for like many people that like may know this game, everyone memes on this fight in particular, like, oh man, this fight's just so bad. But realistically, this is like the only bad example of like a like poorly designed boss fight whenever they had transferred it over.
Alright, I'm just gonna be safe on this last shot.
Yep, let him go all the way to the left. Yep. All right, so now Blue has all of his ammo wasted. He gets another magazine. And another kind of cool thing is that you can actually use the like codec in this room, which is I believe different from the original, and we'll also be walking straight up because they actually made it a level 2 door and not level 4 or whatever it is in the originals. So that way you can actually leave a lot quicker. So now we're going to be calling Meryl since we do not have access to the vent glitch. So we actually have to call her so she can open up the laser room door.
Yeah, currently no boss skips yet.
Yep. No boss
There's
skips yet.
but we don't know how to do them yet.
Yep.
Someone needs to find a way.
Yeah, pretty much. If you can touch out of bounds and then go to the medical room, you can pretty much recreate MGS1 almost exactly. But the issue is that we can't really get out of bounds there, and we can't like touch that like loading zone.
MGS2 engine is a little bit more strict on that aspect.
Yeah, it is pretty airtight. As in like MGS2, there's only one sequence break and it's for one fight. So, all right, now we're gonna be going to the first floor. We are going to be getting a call from Meryl that we will be opening the like codec here in the elevator, and she can see us, but clearly the door is so close, so I don't know how she can see us, but she'll begin to open the door, and that'll give us enough time to where we're going to be doing a bit of a roll and then taking out 2 or 3 of the sensors depending on how fast he does it, and he was there quick, early enough. Yep. So yeah, so rather than there being actual just like lasers and like nothing else, they actually put in the like MGS2 IR sensors as well, so neat little thing. All right, the tank
worst
fight.
boss fight in the whole game.
Yeah, so this is the big reset point in a lot of the speedruns wherever you go for like PB attempts. So essentially, we are going to be playing NBA Jam with the tank. So you're going to see Blue throw this chaff grenade here, so that way he will not like shoot at us. And we begin to cook the sun grenade here, and then try to throw it in the hole.
Like a timing setup.
Yep. So this is pretty much what we want to be doing. The only problem is that the way that we have to do this now is that we want to throw a magazine into the actual tank gunner hole, because if we do that, the like game will then register that your next headshot will be full damage. Oh no. Yeah, this is
I
good.
lost all of them, man. All right.
Yeah, so this is not ideal.
Tank. Yeah, this is going to be very slow tank.
Yeah, but luckily some of these can actually still slide in. So even though some of these did miss, you'll actually be able to still slide some of them in if you're lucky later on. All right, nice little pre-cutscene stun grenade there.
See how you like this?
The only problem is that Blue is out of stuns.
Oh,
Ooh. Yeah, so looks...
All right.
Are you just going to be...
Here? I need your opinion, Tyler. Do I stand here and just wait and just take him down? Or do I go grab some stuns and make it
If you want to be safe, do this and then grab the locker ammo for the M9 later on, right?
Oh yeah, I'm going to do that, but
yeah. So I mean,
do I run over there and grab something else? Well, he's already almost down. Let's just take it. Let's just go.
Yeah. Let's take it safe, because otherwise he'll be out of control.
We could have gotten something really silly here, but
yeah, but
we'll just go on.
Better safe than sorry, that's for sure.
Yeah. So the trick would have been if I tossed a magazine in there, then it would have given me a little cutscene, and the next time I headshot the gunner, it would have done like a third of his health bar. But since I missed all of my mags, thanks to video game, we went through a slow fight. But that's fine.
Yeah.
We didn't have a continuing.
Now come up here, you will see him actually quick swap through that little opening there, and that is also present in MGS2, but it currently has no use in for the speedrun at all, because there's a couple spots that you can do it and then go out of bounds, but they don't lead to anything. But luckily, in the Twin Snakes, it's perfect for this, because if you actually go prone here, you get a call from Nastasha. So, saves a nice codec call. I'm not sure exactly how much that saves, but, it's a decent amount. Are you going to grab the...
roughly 7, I think.
Okay, 7, yeah.
So
are you going to grab the ammo here? Okay.
Yeah. Because I do not have very much. Get the Nikita launcher, get this ammo here, and some more stuns, and we're good to go.
Yeah, so... For like the actual layout of this room, it's a bit different, obviously, because there'd be more rooms, and they added in lockers as well. So normally that would be further down and then in a room, but this is out in the open now, so a bit easier.
And this part's just like the original: is shoot the Nikita and make sure you don't get hit by any turrets.
Yeah, pretty much a 1-to-1 essentially.
Except when first person.
Yep, first person Nikita, and you can move around and cause people to be nauseous.
Yes.
Yeah, the main thing is just kind of like let it fly. Uh-oh. Okay.
We're fine.
You're
We're
good. Yeah, pretty much like for that little like section, you want to kind of like let it fly, because if you adjust too much, then they'll slow down the speed of it, and then they'll eventually shoot it down. But thankfully, even if they do, you can spam Y and you will hold your breath, because you see that you're actually losing O2. But if you spam Y, you can actually hold your breath, which is interesting.
Yeah, just spam Y, hold your breath.
Yep.
You can it gives you multiple tries, but like each one's probably like 10 seconds or something.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent time loss. All right, now coming up for the ninja fight, this one's also seen a couple of changes over the years. So
Had a lot
typically,
of
you would just do a punch kick and just do that pretty much the whole fight. But in the Twin Snakes, though, we're actually going to be keeping him here for the very first phase. We're going to do a punch kick, shoot him once, and then do a punch and Nikita roll, so that way we actually save one cycle. And now from the rest of the fight on, we'll be doing shoot into punch. So we'll be doing this a couple more times, and then for the very last one, we will do a punch kick. And you also notice that big chunk of damage there is actually from the kick, and he's switching to the Nikita, and that treats it as a full melee swing of the Nikita itself. So I
Get out
guess
of my
actually
office.
do a lot of damage. Oh,
Ninja, get out of my
Yeah.
office.
my game.
And now you're in the chair. You're being a scummer. Stop. Come here. Oh my.
Oh. Unfortunately, if you get too close, he will hear you. So
I hate it when he goes into my freaking office like this. He gets stuck in the chairs, making your kicks miss, and then when you go up to kick him, you bonk him, and then he punches you like, man, then just stop. Don't be so rude.
yep. So pretty much all of that damage for this very well, I guess like pre-phase. And now that we're actually fighting him, now we're just gonna do a quick Nikita roll, and we're done. So pretty straightforward. Except for the
Yeah,
chair, that was decent.
The end was not clean. That was some BS.
Yeah.
But the first, everything else before that was fine.
Mhm.
But yeah, you can keep him in phase one forever, and he'll never die. You just have to get his health low enough to where he'll go down like one more hit or something, and
Mhm.
yeah, pretty much just optimizing hits and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
And like I was saying before,
cutscenes to skip and codex.
yep, lots of cutscenes and lots of codex. And again, we're going to be going right next to our next boss fight. It's pretty much just like a boss rush at this point. And to be frank, Mantis is probably the most interesting change compared to like the original. And that's not only because for like speedrun strats, it's just that the way that the fight kind of like works mechanically as well. Because whenever you would add in first person aiming, as you saw with the Ocelot fight, it can make things pretty broken. Well, in Mantis's case, what they did is that once you rise up in the difficulties, it will then become like shorter and then shorter for you to actually look in the first person view, and then he will just take over your vision. So pretty much have to make very quick and very accurate shots here, but we will also be doing a certain strat where we will be skipping one of the Meryl possession phases as well by doing a certain amount of damage, and that was found by Roy a couple years ago.
I think at this point it's more than a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
It was like
actually
3.
like 4 or 5 years.
3 or
Really?
4 at the very least. Yeah, it's got to be like 4 years ago. It was like
So it's been a
2017, I
while.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. Like it's been around for a long time. Oh, didn't get her.
All right, should I do Nick slap number 1?
Yes, do it, please.
All right.
You got to do it for the content.
All right, we got M9 ammo to spare. We'll do the first one. I don't know the let's. All right. Nick slap number 1. Got it.
Nice. Shoutouts to Nick RP Green.
Fine.
All right, yeah. So for the very first part, it's just a whole lot of sitting around. He's gonna try to spook us, but we're just gonna knock down Meryl twice, and then you're gonna see him run to the right-hand side right before the blackout, and that is to actually set up where he will be at. So you're gonna see him go to the right-hand side of the room by the couch, and then either crouch or stand up. I'm not sure what he's
If I
gonna
don't mess
do.
it up, at least I messed it up in
Okay.
practice.
Okay. Yep. So black eye happens, and he'll be running to the right hand side, and then he's going to try to shoot him in the. I guess it'd be the right leg, but it would be looking like the left leg from Snake's point of view. But anyway, yep. Get that nice meaty damage, and then try to
Alright,
punch
missed the
him
punch.
once.
Where is
Yeah.
he? He's over here.
Yeah. So you want to punch him at least one time, and then the rest will be these critical shots as well. Oh, oops, got the low damage hit.
Was that a
Maybe
high
one
damage
more.
one?
No. Okay. Now you're good. Now you're good. Now you're good. Okay.
Alright,
So
I think I saved it.
yeah, you did. So what happened there was that there was a low damage shot, and in order to fix it, you have to do 2 additional low damage shots in order to like equal one of the like critical shots as well. So as you see
You
there,
can see she just
Yep.
fell right over.
fell right over and came right back up.
Time for a quick shot.
Yep. It's actually the same damage if you shoot him through the head or if you shoot him through that leg there as well. I'm not sure why that leg specifically does a lot of damage, but yeah, that's pretty good, Mantis. It's pretty good.
Yeah, minus missing the punch, it was good enough.
Yep. And now we
Alright,
get
you
to
can
deal
do
with
another
the
Nick
dogs.
slap in here, but I actually don't want to do this one.
Yeah.
I don't know the
Yeah,
visual
yeah,
cue
the-
for anything.
Yeah, this one's this one's a bit more YOLO. So the dogs in this game are pretty rough because they have these like ragdoll physics where they will pretty much just like launch themselves at you. So you want to be very careful. And I see Blue here, he will use the SOCOM or the M9 to just take care of them quickly because if you let them kind of like run around and then tackle you, it's really bad. Oh, just like so. And
Locked onto the pupper, man.
yep. So there are 3 dogs here. There are 2 big ones, and then there's a small puppy. Unfortunately, the
watch
lock-on
this.
doesn't care.
We're doing
Oh.
another Nick slap.
Are you getting it? Are you getting it?
I hope so. Got
Oh, let's go! That's the original Nick slap. Very good, very good.
So that could have been the third one, but I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to set the second one. But we got 2 of them, so that's cool.
Yeah, you gotta get the OG one in, though. That is the original one right there. The OG slap.
But now that Meryl's done with, we have no more Nick slaps left to do. But
Yep.
we'll find some other memes in this run, probably. We'll figure
Most
something
likely.
out.
All right, so, typically we'd have to go all the way back to the armory if we were in MGS1, but, thankfully for the Twin Snakes, again, they make a lot of things more streamlined. There's a sniper rifle that is actually 2 rooms over. So in the nuke building lab area, there is the PSG-1T, which, if you played MGS2, is the tranquilizer version of the PSG-1. And, well, God, that was close. He just, zoomed past you. That was interesting. Is this the MGS remake? Yes, it is.
People are asking for something that already came out
I know.
17 years ago?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. 2004?
Samo.
Yep.
Just be safe. I don't need it, but I'm going to get it.
Yeah, so we're going to see Blue go to this room here, and then he's going to go to the bottom left corner where there'll be the PSG-1, an ammo pack, and some pentas. For lower difficulties, you wouldn't really want to be grabbing too much ammo, but on Big Boss, you actually want to stockpile a lot of ammo because you have 2 wolf fights to do, and you have to use it for Raven later on as well. So I want to try to pick up a bit extra because some of these wolf fights, especially the second one, can go pretty bad if you're not careful. And she can hide behind
Yeah.
trees, and she can double back, and it's just really, really bad.
It's just
But-
hard to do, period, because
Yeah.
I'm not good at leading shots on that fight specifically.
Mm.
I'm usually good at leading shots elsewhere, but that fight, for some reason, is difficult for me. And then there's also the catwalk before the hind. That's only like 3 shots, but still.
Yep.
It's more ammo to think about.
Yeah, so you were going to see Blue go up to these little corners here and then grab these ammo boxes. There's going to be 2 of them here. And thankfully, doing that, you can ignore the first dog. The second one, not so much.
Leave me alone.
Okay,
Okay, don't nibble
he was
my feet.
howling. It's okay. Yep.
All right, time for Wolf 1. Let's hope she's not very aggressive at the start.
Yep. So this fight's pretty straightforward. Just going to be going straight to the PSG-1T. And then we are going. Oh, and she's hiding. Looks like. Okay, so you're gonna see him go right below this like little rail here because she'll either kneel down or she will go prone. So pretty much just like getting ready here. Now let's see. Oh, she went to go hide. Oh,
It's kind of a weird pattern.
yeah, she's gonna hide again. Nope. All right.
Okay.
I mean, all things considered, that was pretty decent.
I played
Kind
it
of
well,
weird.
just it was a little bit of a slow pattern. It was kind of awkward,
Yep.
but we good.
All right, so now we are going to get captured and go into prison, which there's going to be a very, very fun trick, and I'll let Blue explain that one once you get closer to there. Because,
So if you're familiar with MGS1, you know that when you escape the prison, you want to grab the box with your stuff in it, and then sometime after that, on the way back up to that room where I just fought Wolf in, you get like a excuse me, you get a cutscene talking about Meryl and get a codec call with the colonel and all that kind of stuff. Well, if you grab your stuff in a specific way where Johnny doesn't get to complete his having diarrhea issues, if you get out of there before that finishes, then the game gets confused about what state it's in. So by the time you get back to that area where you fought Wolf, when the game is in that state, then it skips that codec and that cutscene entirely. So it saves like, depending on which method of it you do, it can save like 8 seconds or something like that. 15, 20. I honestly forget the numbers, but the harder methods you do, the more time you're going to save. So I want to do one of the more difficult methods, but it's not the most difficult. It's, relatively speaking, it's easy, but as long as you know the setup and everything, it's not that bad. But there is an actual really, really hard version. It saves like a two additional seconds, and don't do it unless
Yep.
you're really, really YOLO. Because I'm not.
or your
gonna-
name is Aurelian, pretty much.
Yeah.
If your name is Aurelian,
I
then,
used to do
then
it.
go for it.
I used to do it before this newer method was found, and yeah, no, I'm not doing that old one. Why is my C stick thinking it's turned right? Fine, I'll move it myself.
I've had that issue. I would suggest unplugging and then replugging in the GameCube controller after he's done, because I've had that issue at the main menu.
Yeah. So we're purposely interrupting his we're purposely skipping his sneezes because it does save time. So if you look at all the points where he stops at and you knock right around that point, he says something, skips him sneezing, and it saves like around like 4 or so seconds, I believe. When I tested it a long time ago. So you want him to not sneeze. Okay, I'm gonna replug my controller.
Yeah. Normally, I only see that at the main menu, and with that one, it'll like scroll down all the options. I just have to replug it. I'm not sure if it's because there's something like some gamer gunk in my GameCube controller, or like what the problem is. Also, one thing that we never mentioned is that for like, back in like 2004, this game was sort of like rushed out because there's some missing content that wasn't really thrown in. Because if you collect all the dog tags, you don't actually get anything. And in MGS2, that'd be how you get the wigs and the bandana and the stealth. And also there's apparently supposed to be some VR mode. And on top of all of that, there is a built-in dead zone. So if you try to emulate this game, for example, you kind of tinker with it a bit, but there will always be a little bit of a dead zone just built into the game itself, unfortunately.
Yeah, if only they were allowed more time with this game, it would have been a much more complete package, but
Yeah, for
oh
sure.
well. So anyway, here's where we're going to attempt the prison escape where I get my stuff early, and hopefully I don't mess it up. I'm mostly consistent with it, but knock on wood.
All right, see Blue bump into Johnny here, and he's going to bump him 2 more additional times here. And
Late grab,
okay,
but we
so
got it.
yeah, late grab. So like for that angle there, it is very important. And to be honest, you just want to be a bit farther left than you initially think, because like you want to be like kind of like grazing the torture bed. Because if you're too far to the right, then you can get either a late grab just like that, or you will be like standing on it, but you won't actually like pick it up. Like it's a very finicky hitbox. You have to be
It's so small.
yeah.
It's
You have
so
to be pretty
small.
far to the left. It's like, I don't know. It's very weird. But anyway.
Yeah, incredibly picky and very small.
So now we're going to go back to where we were going to go to the disc change here. And also, in the canyon, we actually have guards protecting it this time after, the tank was defeated, which is interesting. So is not in the original. So just gonna see blue pretty much just run straight forward. It's a bit of a safer way to go through this. I think there's like a slightly faster way to do it that saves like another second or two, but you know, this is pretty much the standard way to go about it.
I tried practicing the strat wall guy came up with, the Canyon Dazzle, and I am not good at it. I could not get it
It looks
down.
spooky as hell, yeah. I don't blame you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some wacky movement, a very, very, very fast shot, and using a chaff at the start, and like I couldn't get it down. Like I've done it a few times, I'm just like, I'm not consistent at this. But it is cool.
And yet again, going through that little opening there, so we do not get the Nastasha codec call. I'll wait just a second there for that guy to go around, because if you don't wait, you'll get seen right away, which is not good.
You can move right away and not get seen, but I don't know what conditions are required for that. Because sometimes it'll work, and then sometimes I'll get spotted, and I'm just like, what did I do wrong?
Probably depends on like how you approached it from like
Probably.
Yeah.
But the safest thing to do is just stop for like a second, and you'll never get caught.
Yeah.
For the most part, at least.
It's just 1 second. It's not like you're missing out on a whole lot anyway.
Pretty much.
But thankfully, since we have the like handkerchief here, don't have to deal with the dogs anymore. They'll be nice to us, thankfully. And we'll be grabbing some more ammo.
Who's a good dog? None of you. You're all freaking evil. Get away from me. They're savages in this game, dude. As
So
you
for
saw
next one,
earlier.
yeah. So for the next one coming up, there will normally be a whole cutscene and a whole codec conversation, but because of what we did in the prison, now that's gonna be skipped. So we're just gonna be pretty much just running straight through it as well, because the game still thinks that we are in the prison, so that cutscene and that codec do not actually load in, or they're not in the game, or some terminology works there. I don't know English.
Yeah. All right, let me get my discount.
Yep.
There's a disc change in this game. See, the cutscene didn't happen. No codec, nothing.
Yep.
It's time safe. So disc change is up here, which is much more evenly split compared to the MGS one, where it happens in towards the furnace.
It's like it's like the last like fourth of the game or something. It's like you like do like 3/4 of the game, and then you like change this to like, oh thanks, let me just change the disc for the blast furnace. But like, you know, for like here it is pretty much about the halfway point here. All right, and the tower climb, going to be using a combination, I think, or are you going to be doing just stuns essentially?
I think I'm mainly going to be using M9 after the walkway, but
Oh,
mostly
okay.
stuns otherwise.
Yep. So compared to the original, for the tower climb, Snake actually climbs really fast on this because there's a whole lot of stairs to go through, and also thanks to the M9, any body shot and they will go down in one hit. I believe for lethal weapons, you still have to like shoot them a couple times, but you know, for the M9,
Non-lethal is literally better here.
yeah, non-lethal is literally to your benefit. Which it's funny, in a lot of the faster strats, even on like the lower difficulties, non-lethal is still a lot of ways really beneficial. I'm gonna see. He's going to try to throw it in between the railing here for an inward toss. Looks like he got it.
Yep.
Did you get
second
it?
guy's
Okay.
down.
Yep.
We good.
Yep, good. So, yeah, so compared to the original, for the stun grenades, it was pretty OP, where it would essentially take out the entire room. In MGS2 style stun grenades, it's a bit more realistic, where closer you are, the better the effectiveness. Oop, that was close.
That didn't stun that guy at all.
That was weird.
Ah,
Aw, sniped.
They're better snipers than Wolf herself, man, I swear.
Yeah. There's have one more stun left here for this last set of guards here. Or, yep. And then they're down, so that's the tower climb. We do not have Bobo skip, but don't worry.
Me up here. Oh no! Stop! Get away from me. Ah, if they manage to catch up to you, it's awful.
Thankfully, you get a health refill pretty soon.
Yeah, right when you do the start the repel, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing is that, you know, if you play MGS2, pretty much after, every boss fight, you get a full health refill. It's pretty much the same for, this game, but, in a couple other places as well. And on the original, on the highest difficulty, you got, I think, no more than 2 or 3 full health refills. So, you know, for like Twin Snakes and like MGS2, it is much more generous for that. It's like you can go into a lot of these places with like no health left, and then you can leave out with full HP again. As you can see now, it's got full HP yet again. So for the rappel section, going to be shimmying down and then going down the girder here, and actually going to be doing a couple of jumps to get Snake kind of shoehorned into a little place where it'll pretty much just like drop straight down, which is not intended. And this is the girder glitch. So you just plop straight down. And you don't even need to go down to the very bottom. You only need to go down about halfway. It's a lot
you
faster.
zip down halfway, and then it's like, okay, you're done.
Yep,
Gotta
pretty
replace
much.
the rest of it with a cutscene. All right, 3 guys on the walkway. Snipe these guys. Oh man, it's so dark.
I know, it's very dark. And capture. All right. Yep, so just quick trank those 3 guys there. There's even a ration if you really want.
Well, Autocon gives you one. If you need more than that, well, then there goes your big boss, I guess.
Yeah. And then in terms of like using the ration, you'd only really be using it on either the next fight coming up, or you would be using it on Raven if you get a bit unlucky or you mess up a little bit, because he can actually shoot you later on in the fight, which is not good.
If you drop down too many times on the way to Rex, then you might use it for Rex, but
Yeah.
usually it's going to be either Hind or Raven.
Yeah. I think you can get away with dropping down from the railing in Rex's lair once, but twice then you need a ration, I'm pretty sure. Or like you need to like do something different.
Probably.
Yeah, it's very close.
Alright, so since I came in here with 3 chaff, I'm just going to purposely tank the damage from this first camera, but then we're going to chaff the other 3.
Yep. And again, just going to be climbing up the tower here, but unfortunately, you are moving at regular movement speed, whereas in the Ascension chase, you're essentially moving at like max movement speed, and then like you're like zipping up. But now here, it's a bit slow, but we can still speed it up by mashing A at the start for the climb, and you may see Snake kind of skip a couple steps, and that is Stair Gliding, and it's also from MGS2 as well, which we don't have a whole lot of actual use cases for it, except for right here really is like the biggest use case for it in Twin Snakes, because you're going up these stairs and you're going up and then down after the Hind D fight, excuse me.
There's so many stairs in this game, and not a whole lot of them in MGS2, that like in that game there's not a ton of uses for it, but in this game you save actual seconds with it, but on MGS2 you save like frames.
Yeah.
So it's like, in this game it's awesome, but yeah.
Yeah, like most of the time you will see... Yeah, like most of the time you will see a lot of like MGS2 glitches that like weren't really used, or like not like really that useful, and like in like Twin Snakes it is the complete opposite, where they're like really good.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Yep. I like this fight a lot more on this difficulty. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, so for the Hind fight here, it's going to be pretty similar to MGS1, where he is going to be going around this entire rooftop area, and we're going to be shooting at him, and he'll essentially be going to the opposite end once you actually shoot him. After a couple of shots here, he'll then go to phase 2, where then there'll be hide and seek, which on extreme is just peek and seek, essentially, because he's only down for a good second, maybe 2 seconds, and then he pops right back up, whereas on the lower difficulties, he can be down there for quite a while.
Hide and seek, more like flip and dip or something, I don't know. Just
Flip and dip, yeah.
something that's just like dipping for a second, and there you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, no auto lock. I'm trying to fish for it, because that's a very useful glitch that I don't know how to trigger consistently. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Ooh, this is good. This is good.
Yeah, so
Right,
the
he's like
flat
zipping
pattern...
around real fast. Oh, he's so fast. Where'd he go?
Oh,
And he's already down. Okay. Whatever.
You see there, he's only down for a couple of seconds. That was actually like one of like the longer ones, because like typically he would just go down and right back up just like that.
Alright, cycles that are long like this are pretty rare on extreme, but they're still quick compared to any other difficulty.
Yeah, it feels way less bad. Oh, there he is.
Nope. I refuse. These are a bunch of long cycles, relatively speaking at least. On normal, or like anything below hard, these would be a godsend.
Yeah. On like, normal and like very easy and all that stuff, he can just, hang down there for like 10 seconds at a time. It's it's really annoying because you can't really do much about it.
Yeah.
And with that, yep, done, and you have one extra shot too. All right, good hind fight except for the long cycles where he just kind of dips down for like 4 seconds.
Pretty much. Now, one tip for that fight, like if you're trying to play it casually or anything and you keep like dying or getting shot a ton, the only thing you have to do is just shoot him ASAP when he pops up, because then he only shoot like maybe 2 bullets and most of the time they'll miss. Because the longer you leave him up, the more he's going to shoot at you. So you don't have to find any magic spot to stand in or anything. Just shoot him ASAP and he just goes right back down. Easy fight.
All right, so now we're
use these
gonna
grenades for the turrets on the way down. No more
Gonna-
chests. But we have something else that explodes.
Yeah, lots of explosives on this communication tower. So gonna be throwing these grenades at certain points of the have to climb down, and if you time it right, you'll be able to blow up all 4 sets of cameras with 1 to spare for later on, unless you're gonna do SOCOM Rat.
I think I'm gonna do SOCOM, especially considering what Nade Rat's been doing to me lately. So
Yeah.
we'll do SOCOM Rat.
Yep. So
Oh, I feel like I'm playing Smash Bros.
yeah,
I love my grenade spam.
yeah, you got grenades, and only thing missing now is a C4, right?
Oh yeah, I don't have any. Yeah, if I was playing anything below Extreme, I'd have another C4 right
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
All right, one more turret left.
Nice relaxing descent down.
Don't skip leg day.
Yeah, don't skip leg day at all. Snake definitely does not skip leg day. He has to climb up all these sets of stairs twice. Now we got the 4 horsemen, which be pretty much just tranking them one by one. On lower difficulties, you would use a C4 and just blow them all up. Unfortunately, even if you wanted to go the non-big boss route, it won't kill them, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah,
think
they
we tested it.
survive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think even on like hard, they survive even, right?
I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah.
Yeah, so like hard and extreme, they survive. So you see them just going around. Thankfully, since they're camouflaged, they're still pretty green, as you can see, so they're pretty easy to spot.
They're still green, all 4 of you. Well, you can kind of see when they flicker. They're literally wearing the green outfits. They're
Yeah.
actually green.
They should have chosen different color to wear. Maybe they could have been harder to hit.
Pick the snow ones, just for fun.
Oh yeah, the like white uniforms, yeah.
All right, coming up on Wolf 2. For some reason, I'm bad at this boss, but it's all about shot leading and hoping she doesn't feel like being such a tree hugger.
Yep. So on the lower difficulties, you would be pretty much spamming shots to like kind of do all these like really fast leading shots, but we just need to conserve some ammo because we still need to use the PSG-1T for one more boss fight, and that's going to be Raven coming up. So we don't want to be using too much ammo. I believe around 9 or like 10 is like the bare minimum,
Yeah.
which, you know, we have quite a bit here. So yeah, 28. So should be fine.
I got some extra safety ammo.
Yep, and there's another safety ammo in one of the cargo elevator rooms. Ooh, shoulder shot.
Oh wow! Last freaking second.
Yeah, she will do that where she'll just turn around and sometimes she can even double back on you as well. Like, this fight's super random. Thankfully, she's not triggering too much. Oh, shoulder shot. Oh,
That's
okay, there we
fine.
go. Yep.
At least she wasn't hiding much. It was just me being kind of bad. But it would have been actually bad if she was hiding a lot. But
Yeah.
we got good luck in that aspect.
Yep.
So earlier in practice, I got caught here in the furnace. And I'm not sure how. I'm gonna hope it doesn't happen again.
The only way thinking could cause you to step on the noisy tiles after you like drop
Maybe that's
down,
what I
like
did.
yeah. So like just don't drop on or like don't step on the like noisy tiles once you're like going towards the vent. That's the
That
only time
might
that
have
I've
been what I
ever
did.
got caught here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now we have hanging mode, so we don't have to deal with the crane or the elevator or anything. Just drop straight down and break Snake's kneecaps and move on our way. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're good now.
Okay.
Make our way over. Yep. And there's some free M9 right over here to the right-hand side as well.
On extreme, you do want to pick that up.
Yeah, for sure, because you're going to be needing it for the next couple of rooms.
Whoops. Wrong menu. So in this fight here, there should have been 4 guys, but there's only 3. Not sure why there's
Yeah.
only 3.
Yeah, like, for the cutscene, you actually see 4, but one of them just says, forget this. I'm clocking out for the night, so I don't want to go on this elevator with this guy. He's already, you know, taking care of all these bosses and stuff, so one of them just kind of quit.
I'm not sure where the heck he goes, but less guys to deal with, the better, I guess.
Yeah.
Then we got a chill elevator ride leading to Raven. And Raven, when you're doing Big Boss, like you can do some other strats that involve like stun grenades and peak shotting and stuff, but the fastest thing to do is to set up in the corner with your PSG-1T, and for some reason he really struggles to shoot you while you're prone with that weapon. But the second you take it off, even if you are prone, it don't matter, he'll start hitting you all of a sudden. It's specifically when you're prone and sniping that he just really struggles.
It's very weird. I'm not sure why it's like that. It's just very odd design of this AI, which, you know, if you see some of the other bosses like with the tank, weird AI is kind of the name of the game here. With Twin Snakes, it's pretty much all that it's about.
And there are some rare instances where he will land a hit on you, and it's pretty scary because your aim shoots off, and then if he hits you one more time, you're dead unless you still have a ration, which I do, but yeah. And if your shots are timed a little bit badly, then he'll actually run away, and you have to set up on the other side and lose some more time, but we'll see what happens.
As you can see, Blue run over here to the right-hand side and then drop down. Now, the only thing... Now, the only thing that can maybe be of a little bit of an issue is that if you actually shoot him too fast...
Jesus. Oh. Where is he? Okay, all right.
Okay.
This is why I was talking... okay. All right,
I think you were shooting him too... Okay, so...
Some stuff happened, all right?
Stuff happened, but, you know, that's why we have this ration, you know. Weird stuff can happen, but now we are pretty much fine. Yep, one more
It's
shot.
like actually hard to see it. Oh. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Spammer. Spammer. So we
Look,
used
man,
a
the
ration.
lag is kind of weird.
Yeah. So unfortunately, had to use a ration, but that's okay because Big Boss, you can use up to 1 ration, so we are still within the requirement. And I guess it's good that we got all that ammo because it looks like we needed all of it.
Yeah, I'm still just so much more used to emulator where you're not getting that much frame dip, if any. On console, you get a lot more of it.
Yeah.
All right, don't step on the traps, because I learned that if you step on the traps, sometimes you'll get spotted by this first guy for no reason. Literally no reason. There. We're good.
Yep. Easy peasy. And yeah, there's actually guards in here now, and the original there was not. I also noticed that in the next room in our base, there's actually people guarding Metal Gear who would have thought that, you know, it would be more than one guy. But
wow.
So you were going to see Blue go to the codec here and then call Autocon 3 times, and this is going to be about 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds faster than if you were to just naturally go through the room and then answer the 3 calls. So it's actually better to just do it right here. And the very first guard is a bit spooky because you actually have to kind of approach him pretty aggressively, and there's a lot of noisy surfaces. And if you make a noise and you're not quick enough, he can turn around and spot you instantly. So you'll see Blue take a bit of a small set of steps here, so that way he can kind of walk up to him. And right off the railing. Now, that does not count as a kill. It counts as an accident, I guess, because, you know, you can't interact with the
gravity
body.
did.
Yeah, exactly. Gravity killed him, so...
Can't believe that gravity. What a scumbag.
Exactly. And now these guys will be asleep, which I think you should only have to retrank them maybe once for safety, I think, right? Because don't you do that normally?
Yeah, there's one more guard I have to take care of on the way to changing the key temperatures, but we get him on the way.
Mm-hmm. All right, now with the rat, there's a bit of a shortcut here, so we don't actually have to walk all the way back down. There's a railing, and then there's a rope that we have to grab. Although you want to be careful, because if you mash or if you do it too early or late, then you will die. But,
Be good.
you know, Blue got it. So now we're going to be going towards the rat and then shooting him. Oh, wow, that was...
Aw.
Oh, if
What
that
a
stayed...
launch.
Yeah, that was really good. That's actually pretty rare. I normally see it either just shoot out to the side or like further down the ditch, but that one like went towards you. That was really cool.
It'd been nice if it stayed on the ledge.
Yeah. I think I've seen it like that before. That's interesting. But yeah, now that we got the PAL key, gonna go and activate the yellow card. And another cool thing about the Twin Snakes is that, you know, the whole backtracking sitting in the warehouse and the blast furnace, don't gotta do that. There's a set of pipes on the right side of the room where there is liquid nitrogen and steam that you just shoot it and it'll instantly change the card color.
Yep, no need to backtrack and sit around in a couple of rooms for about a minute or so. You just run around, shoot pipe, come back, repeat.
Yeah, it makes this game much more streamlined. Like, pretty much like, this is like the most streamlined Metal Gear speedrun, in my opinion, at least. Like, it's like not a whole lot of backtracking at all. It's just all action and all boss fights and, you know...
And stairs.
And stairs.
Oh, missed.
Oop. There you
Okay.
go. Yes, that's why we don't... So, see that he only has 8 left, so we definitely wanted to grab that M9 ammo earlier, because a lot of guards in here. Yeah, it's in this little place here. If you just drop down, the only thing to be careful now is that you grab the rope here. Yep.
It's like your reward for exploring. Hey, there's
Pretty
new
much.
mechanics. If you use them, you might find something cool.
Yep.
It saves you a lot of time.
But if you really want to do it the old-fashioned way, you still can.
Yeah,
Just-
everything you wanted to do in the original, you can still do it. You just have
Just
access
fun.
to new stuff.
Mhm.
Never have to leave this room.
Yeah,
You can if you want, but I like going fast.
unadvised.
Just like how I prefer saving our boy Otacon. I like going fast.
Yeah, for speedrunning, you'll always save Otacon, unless your name is Joseph Joestar. Shout out to him. Or if you're playing MGS1, PC 90%, because that one forces you to save Meryl, which is interesting. But yeah, gonna be riding off into the sunset with our boy. So now we're heading over to the red pipes, and we're gonna be getting 2 more codec calls that are very long. One from Miller and Campbell, and then one from Naomi. You normally get these in the elevator rides, but since we're in here, we'll get them at these weird spots. Like, you'll get literally as you're falling down, like, grabbing the rope. It's like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? As you're about to potentially fall and break your kneecaps.
Dang it, Miller, what do you want? My knees just broke. God. You're crawling your way up here. You're trying to just barely make your way back to the other cameras, and Naomi's like, "Hey, Snake, my legs are broken. What do you want, Naomi?"
It's
Like
one
the
of the longer
longest
codec
codec
calls.
in the game, dude. At least one of them. One of the longest.
I think the one that we skipped before the change was a bit longer. But yeah, it's still a fairly long codec call.
Like 20 seconds or something. A skip for this one would be cool. But if there is one, how much do you want to bet that that said skip would take longer than the codec itself? That would suck.
Alright, so we're going to input the final PAL key, and then we're going to get locked in, and we got to call Otacon, which we're going to be, you know, telling the future, because we're actually going to be calling him right before the actual doors close, and he's going to be working on unlocking the door somehow before it even happens.
Otacon,
But
unlock the doors. What do you mean, Snake? There's nothing locked. Just do it.
just
Just do it,
prepare to
Otacon.
do it. Prepare. Yeah, so you
Just
can see
buffer
us
your
hold...
codec input here, and there
Yep.
you go.
Easy peasy.
We used to mash it because we didn't know like why we would get it sometimes, and Wall Guy said like, just hold it, forehead.
Sometimes a lot of the solutions are quite simple.
Funny how that works.
So for the Rex fight, you're gonna see Blue take a more of an aggressive approach where he will be kind of running towards it, and then he'll be baiting out the ray laser attack. So for the first one, you won't be hitting this ray dome here, but if you're close enough to it, you will see Rex kneel down and then try to actually knock you down. So that actually gives you a lot of opportunities to do some decent damage to him.
That laser hitbox is surprisingly small.
Yeah. It looks really big. As you see there, it kind of zoomed past him.
Yep. I'm just really stubborn about using this strategy. Ideally, you would want to stand in like another spot where you don't have to move at all and the missiles will miss you completely. But I came up with this strat. I like using it, so I'm just going to keep using it. But
I think it's
I don't
slightly
recommend it.
Yeah, so I think it's slightly faster. And the one downside to the other one is that you would take machine gun hits, where in this one you wouldn't. So you actually have a lot more health to actually tank in case you had dropped off and you missed the rope after you went to do the Palki change. But for this very next section, all you're going to see Blue do is just sit still and hit Liquid in the face. Because you are in the perfect magic spot to where only machine gun will hit you. The missiles will just whiff completely. As long as you do not hit him in the machine gun below, you're good to go. Yep. Now just pace out the shots and fairly straightforward.
For some reason, if you hit his wiener laser down there, it'll suddenly the missiles will start hitting you, and it makes no sense as to why that is.
Yeah, it's just some weird oddity.
Alright, safe
Alright,
on the last shot, but that's fine.
I'll let you explain Liquid since this is your forte, sir.
So it's just like MGS1 where you want to punch him and kick him and stuff, but you don't. There's two things that are different here. One, you don't have to knock him off, and two, we have a little trick here called the lottery roll, where it's a very precise punch roll setup that can do like about half his health, but it's really precise. But I'm gonna go for it, see if I can get it. It's really cool, but it's also really hard, very precise.
Yeah, it's pretty specific angle. Oh,
Yeah, let's try it again. Get over there. No, that's not gonna work. I immediately knew when that wasn't gonna work. Do it again.
Aww.
I want to make this work. Just you watch. Man, I'm getting
one more shot.
scammed.
Yeah, you one more shot, I think.
Ah,
Oh, there you
it
go.
is.
Nice. There we go.
Oh, I wanted the double. Oh, that's fine. Alright, his health is split into like 3 phases. And down to this last third, if you punch him 3 times, hit him with a kick or a roll, he falls over. You don't want to wait for him to get back up or anything, so you want to just do like a 2-punch loop. But the thing is, I got stuck with bad AI, where normally during that last phase he would just try to punch you every time, but instead he was running away a lot. So we call that phase 2.5. It's like phase 2 AI during phase 3, and it sucks.
Yeah, it's not
But
good.
if you get the intentional phase 3 AI where he keeps trying to punch you, then you can just punch, loop around, do that over and over again. But oh well, that's whatever. This is more of a fun run at this point anyway, but we're making it work. We still, unless something dumb happens here, I should have Big Boss in the bag. But I remember, I remember my first 57 on this category. A dude stood in front of me, between me and the barrel, and I couldn't do anything about it. So I lost my Big Boss to the ending here to these barrels.
It's not good.
So let's hope that doesn't happen again. It's unlikely, but
Okay.
wow, delayed explosion. Okay. All right. As long as I still don't kill anybody, this should be Big Boss. Should.
Yep. So you may be wondering, but Blue, how can you not kill people here? Well, apparently, to Twin Snakes logic, if something explodes next to them, it'll just knock them out. They'll be all right. But if you shoot them, oh no, that's not good. So we want to be exploding these barrels, which for the second checkpoint, we actually need to actually wait a little bit, because if you actually do it too early, then you are forced to actually shoot him. So you're gonna be seeing for the guard on the right hand side here. Pay attention here. Gonna explode, and they're gonna wait just a little bit for him to actually walk towards the barrel.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you shoot the barrel right away, then he won't be over there and he won't get knocked out, and then you have to kill him. All right, now for Liquid. So just like MGS1, you can't see his health bar, and you want to shoot him a whole bunch. How did I not get that first hit? Or first hit, blah, 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 whatever. Just hit the guy, man. Shoot out these lights. These lights are annoying.
Yeah, like,
These lights are very annoying. I want to shoot the light. Shoot the light.
I think a good chance during the next phase.
Shoot the light.
There you go. Yeah, so pretty much, you know, there's a big invisible health bar with liquid, and you know, requires a certain hits between each phase here. So, and there's always a little transition shot where like he'll like hang back for a little bit. Unfortunately, Luke got shot there.
It's the GameStop trades.
Yeah,
Actually, didn't even trade at all. Just literally just stole it from me.
Just stolen. Alright, and time will be coming up here shortly. You're almost done.
Pretty much on the text that's showing like warheads and history and stuff.
Yeah.
Just after there's cutscenes and codecs are done.
Yep, that is the RTA finish, because at that point the IGT does not stop checking GGs. Unfortunately, I don't think we will go to the score screen because this is not emulator. We cannot fast forward it unless you spin your disc really fast. Open up the game view and just spin it really fast.
If only.
Yeah, if only. But yeah, you know, I am like 99.9% sure that that was Big Boss, so well done by, you know, getting Big Boss rank and showing off Twin Snakes.
Yo, thank you, GG's. It was a sloppy Mimi run because some things happened, but it was still Big Boss, so I'm happy enough with that. It's probably still like a mid-low 58, probably maybe even a 57 if I'm lucky, but I think it's still like at least a 58. So
Yep.
yeah, I would take that in a marathon. That's still good.
All right. Well,
thank you for having me.
very good run, Blue, for sure. Anything else before we head on off to the last run of the marathon?
I think that was pretty much it. Just, you know, had fun running Twin Snakes for our, you know, our favorite Metal Gear's birthday. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for having me. It's always fun to run for MGSR.
Yep, love to have you for sure. So, but do stick around. One more run to go. Our boy Tyler 2022 is going to be running Metal Gear Solid 2. Shocker. The Sons of Liberty version, the OG version of this game. Extreme all dog tag. So do stick around. We'll go to a short intermission and we'll be right back.